Shalom to the elect of Israel. Got to give our praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Yahawah for our listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming to another lesson in truth, facts, faith, and edification. And this is the 10-minute clip on how Russia is ready, man, and their nuclear targets for North America. This is serious. We are in the times of Matthew 24, man. Okay, when there shall be wars and rumors of wars. And right now, every day, you have wars and rumors of wars. Okay? Thus saith these scriptures, man. And things are about to kick off any day now. Okay? With these different nations, man, ready to come up against North America. Mainly Russia. So Lord's willing, let's be edified.
Putin's U.S. nuclear hit list revealed. Russian state TV names Camp David as the top location the Kremlin would target with unstoppable hypersonic nukes which can strike in just 5 minutes. Vladimir Putin said Russia was ready for a new Cuban Missile-style crisis after America tore up a key Cold War era missile treaty. Russian TV showed American targets the Kremlin would hit in the event of war. The Pentagon and presidential retreat at Camp David both made the list. Several defunct sites were also included, such as Fort Ritchie in Maryland, which closed in 1998, and McClellan Air Force Base, California, which shut in 2001. Russian state TV has identified American military bases which it says Moscow could strike with hypersonic missiles in the space of 5 minutes if nuclear war broke out between the two countries. The Pentagon and presidential retreat near Camp David in Maryland topped the list along with Jim Creek, a naval communications base in Washington state. But the Vesky Medley television station also identified two targets, a training center at Fort Ritchie, Maryland, and McClellan Air Force Base, California, which are both defunct, having been abandoned in 1998 and 2001 respectively. It comes after Vladimir Putin warned Russia is ready for a new Cuban Missile crisis if the U.S. wants one, after President Trump tore up a key Cold War arms treaty. The report, which was unusual even by the typically aggressive style of Russian TV, was broadcast on Sunday evening. Russia fears the United States might deploy intermediate-range nuclear missiles in Europe, which were previously banned under the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty. Putin has said Russia would be forced to respond by placing hypersonic nuclear missiles on submarines near U.S. waters. The United States says it has no immediate plans to deploy such missiles in Europe and has dismissed Putin's warnings as disingenuous propaganda. It does not currently have ground-based intermediate-range nuclear missiles that it could place in Europe. However, its decision to quit the 1987 treaty over an alleged Russian violation, something Moscow denies, has freed it to start developing such missiles. Putin has said Russia does not want a new arms race, but has also dialed up his military rhetoric. Some analysts have seen his approach as a tactic to try to re-engage the United States and talks about the strategic balance between the two powers, something Moscow has long pushed for with mixed results. In the Sunday evening broadcast, Dmitry Kaispikov, presenter of Russia's main weekly TV news show Vesky Medley, showed a map of the United States and identified several targets he said Moscow would want to hit in the event of a nuclear war. Kaispikov, who is close to the Kremlin, said that Zircon, hypersonic missile that Russia is developing could hit the targets in less than 5 minutes if launched from Russian submarines. Hypersonic flight is generally taken to mean traveling through the atmosphere at more than 5 times the speed of sound. For now, we're not threatening anyone, but if such a deployment takes place, our response will be instant, he said. Kaispikov is one of the main conduits of state television's strongly anti-American tone. once saying Moscow could turn the United States into radioactive ash. Asked to comment on Kai Svial's report, the Kremlin said on Monday it did not interfere in state TV's editorial policy. World War III rehearsal. Russia releases chilling nuclear hit list, including Trump retreat. Russia has drawn up a chilling hit list of U.S. military facilities Moscow would target in the event of a nuclear strike, including the Pentagon and Donald Trump's Camp David presidential retreat. The list was broadcast in a report which Western analysts said was unusual even by the bellicose standards of Russian state TV. The startling report went out just days after President Vladimir Putin warned Moscow was militarily ready for a Cuban Missile-style crisis if the United States wanted one. With tensions rising over Kremlin fears of the U.S. deployment of intermediate-range nuclear missiles in Europe, Mr. Putin has said Russia would be forced to respond by placing hypersonic nuclear missiles on submarines near U.S. waters. Washington insists it has no immediate plans to deploy such missiles in Europe and has dismissed Mr. Putin's warnings as disingenuous propaganda. It does not have any ground-based intermediate-range nuclear missiles that it could place in Europe. But Mr. Trump's decision to rip out the 1987 Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces in a treaty over alleged Russian violations means it is now free to develop and deploy such weapons. Mr. Putin denies Russia is seeking a new arms race, but at the same time has ramped up his military rhetoric by unveiling a terrifying arsenal of futuristic weapons, including nuclear-capable underwater drones and a deadly collection of missiles. Some analysts have seen his approach as a tactic to try to re-engage the United States and talks about the strategic balance between the two superpowers. In the broadcast, Dmitry Kaispikov, presenter of Russia's main weekly TV news program, showed a map of the USA and identified several targets Moscow would want to target in the event of a nuclear war. The targets, which Mr. Kaispikov described as U.S. presidential or military command centers, also included Fort Ritchie, a military training center in Maryland closed in 1998, McClellan, a U.S. Air Force base in California closed in 2001, and Jim Creek, a naval communications base in Washington state. The presenter, who was close to the Kremlin, said that Zircon hypersonic missile Russia is developing could hit the targets in less than 5 minutes if launched from Russian submarines. Hypersonic flight is generally taken to mean traveling through the atmosphere at more than 5 times the speed of sound. He said, "For now, we're not threatening anyone, but if such a deployment takes place, our response will be instant." Mr. Kaispikov is one of the main conduits of state television's strongly anti-American tone, once saying Moscow could turn the USA into radioactive ash.
and all you see is wars and rumors of wars, wars and rumors of wars, man. This is all you see all the time. Wars and rumors of wars, man, okay? This is all you see, man. Putin, Kim Jong-un, and Trump, man, back and forth with wars and rumors of wars. This is Jeremiah 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilences. That's all you hear, man. Wars and rumors of wars, man. This is Matthew chapter 24. Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So right now, man, all you hear is wars and rumors of wars, man. Okay? Wars, rumors of wars, man. And over and over and over and over and over, these same precepts, man. Because this is prophecy, man. War and rumors of wars. With what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coal in the fire, that bringeth forth an instrument for his works. And I have created a waster to destroy. These are the weapons of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Okay? This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and 25. And I bring this out a lot. Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord hath opened his armory, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahawah, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans. This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwelleth in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind. Okay? That destroying wind is what, man? The missiles, man. Them intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Them ICBMs. Revelation chapter 9 to verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jasper and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. That's talking about those warheads. That's on the tip of these missiles. And out of their mouths issued fire and smoke and brimstone. Okay? So what John was looking at was, he said he saw horsemen lined up to battle, ready for battle, man. What he saw was the missiles. He said out of the horse's mouth issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed. By the fire, the smoke, and the brimstone. He said by these three were the third part of men killed. By the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For the power is in their mouth, which though warheads, and in their tails. For their tails were like unto serpents. And that's what you saw when you saw Putin testing those missiles in this clip. Earlier in this clip, when you saw them testing those missiles. And it said the power is in their mouth and in their tails. Because in the tails is how the rockets get pushed. Okay? And had heads, and with them they do hurt. And this is talking about the missiles, man. Okay? John was describing the best way. John was describing the ICBM missiles the best way he know how, man. He said he saw horses, and out of the horse's mouth is a fire, smoke, and brimstone. He's talking about those missiles. Because those warheads be holding multiple other little missiles that come out of there, man. Okay? That's why he said he saw 200,000 which is 200 million missiles, man. That's why the Lord said he have created the smith that blow the clothes in the fire, man. And he created an instrument for his works, which is the waster to destroy, man. Okay? That's that destroying wind that's talking that Jeremiah was talking about in Jeremiah 51:1. Okay? Hey, these things, this war, hey, it's coming to pass, man. Real soon. World War III. It's finna take flight, man. Because Putin is not playing with North America, man. He's dead serious. He ready. Kim Jong-un ready too. Iran getting ready. Because they're gonna follow suit with Putin, man. This man is dead ready, man. And he gave his final warning. He said he ain't playing. Hey, no more warnings, man. If y'all try to do anything, this guy finna take flight, man. It tell you in Ezekiel 38. Putin ain't playing no games, man. This man is dead serious, man. And Jake running around here wasting time, man, when war finna kick off, man. Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahawah power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them. That's talking about those missiles, man. All of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. It said all of them, man, and it said company. Okay? He's going to have company, which is Iran, Syria, North Korea, China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, all these countries, man, is finna come against North America. They're going to side with Putin, man. It say Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands. The house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Now, all the people I just named, I'm gonna name them again. Gog and Magog, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with all of them. They say Gomer and Togarmah of the north quarters and all of his bands, and many people with thee. Now, I'm going to go to this map. And this map shows you all these people that I just named that's going to be with Putin, man. And this thing is finna kick off. For all you who think this is a game, this is no game, man. This is serious. Now, all the names I just named, I named Gomer, Magog, Tubal, Togarmah, Meshach, Persia. So it say Russia is Magog, Iran is Persia, the former Soviet Union, the former Soviet states are Meshach and Tubal. Gomer is Eastern Europe. Turkey is Togarmah. Okay? It say Libya is Put. Then you got Sudan is Cush. All these countries, all these different little cities or countries or whatever, man. These little mountains and hills, they finna join with Russia, man. Okay? They finna join with Magog, man, which is Russia. Persia, Meshach and Tubal, okay, Eastern Europe, which is Gomer, Turkey, which is Togarmah. They finna join with Putin, man, and finna wipe North America off the earth, man. Okay? So while you out there playing games, North America about to be finna be destroyed, man. Hey, just a short little clip. I just want to show that. Lord willing, this be edifying. Gotta give our praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth about the four winds of the earth. Waking up the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Yahawah for our listening and learning. See, with this Christian church, this Christianity, Roman Catholicism, they don't believe that the Lord is finna bring destruction, man. But what does Exodus 15:3 reads? Exodus 15:3, he said, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord Yahawah is his name, man. Okay? The Lord is a man of war. And when you read Joel chapter 3, what does it say, man? Matter of fact, I'm going to read. I'm going to close on this. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. And it reads, find it real quick. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Be your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And guess what? All these weak nations are strong now because they have nuclear capability, man. Okay, Putin got hypersonic missiles, man. As well as all the other countries. They got hypersonic missiles. So North America finna be destroyed, man. Shalom.